A lot of people want to know more about their minds. Today I'm going to share with you the 3 characteristics of the cosmic universe that influences your mind and affects your thinking ability and behavior in the world. Well, stick around and watch this video till the end because it's going to be really powerful for you to understand what is happening in your life right now and within your mind. Well, this video is absolutely influenced and inspired by Yoga Sutras by Patanjali. And since I'm a yoga teacher, I've read many scriptures around yoga, but Yoga Sutras, the 4 Principles to Freedom, is one of the best books or the scriptures written which explains our tendency of the mind, which explains the reasons why we tend to behave in a certain way and react to the certain things. And I thought I'll make this video because this is so powerful for us to understand where we are experiencing some sort of tendencies that should be removed, that should be eliminated and taken shape of something more powerful if we want to create a better future for us. So the 3 gunas are sattva, rajas and tamas. Sattva gunas are the gunas of the mind where you feel fully concentrated and focused and relaxed and present. Rajas is when you are distracted, when you get into the focus, but then you are often distracted and, get influenced by many other things which are happening around you. And the last one is tamas, which is, low inertia mind, where the mind feel very, very lethargic and procrastinate on everything. It just wants to stay in one place. And usually this is one of the reasons why people get into depression. So when there is more depression in our awareness, then our mind has gone towards the tendency of tamas. So sattva, rajas and tamas are the 3 predominant gunas. How do we understand this better is trying to sit with a task in hand. Let's say if you have to finish a project, and while you're working on your particular project, but your mind is taken in and it's just somewhere else, and you're not fully present with your project, or when you're not fully present while talking to someone, when you're watching a particular video or listening to your spouse or anybody for that matter. This is tendency where the mind is into the rajas tendency, rajas guna, where it is wavering in nature, where it's losing the focus and attention, where it is more towards what we call in Sanskrit vikshipta mode, which is restless and anxious mode. And pretty much more than, I would say, sattva or the tamas, we remain in this vikshipta mode more, which is like more restless and more rajas guna mode. So when we understand our tendency, is my tendency more towards lethargy or depression, or is my tendency more towards anxiousness, more towards, building this emotional reaction to the sudden trigger outside, or lack of good sleep, or lack of focus and attention? What is it that my mind is leading me towards? So then you start to experience one thing, which is like, okay, I can look at my mind now. I am not the mind myself. I can look at it. I can see that it is showing certain characteristics of this particular guna, which is rajas guna in this case, which is lack of concentration and focus. So then first thing is you detach yourself from the mind and you look at the mind as an observer. Then the second thing is, how do I change it? How do I shift it? How do I make it more sattva? How do I take it to the next level, which is more concentration, focus, more presence, more spiritual connection, more oneness? How do I bring that level of awareness? For this, there are a couple of things that we can do. First is karma yoga. And karma yoga here simply means doing selfless service by simply building an intention of helping others in any way you can do it. It's not necessarily through money. It could be your presence. It could be listening to someone in need. It could be just helping people cross the street. It could be the smallest thing that you can do, but which is with an intention of just being selfless and not asking for the returns back. You can also do mantra meditation, which is so powerful. And you can just simply have a mantra such as so hum. With the inhalation, you do the so in your mind. With the exhalation, you do hum in the mind. Having any sort of mantra and doing the jap on it job here means repeating it in your mind is going to help you build more and more focus. Before you go to bed, making sure that you spend some time releasing the tension of the subconscious mind, coming into the present moment awareness and listening to any type of guided meditation. That could be of gratitude, it could be of affirmations, it could be of just simply being present with your body and body scan exercises. Anything that you can do with your body before you go to bed is very, very powerful to allow you to penetrate that subconscious mind. Because the only way to access your subconscious basically is when you allow the brain impulses to slow down. And the conscious mind slows down, then you can look at the subconscious mind and retrain the programming. And when you retrain the codes that are now newly formed neural wiring, codes which are going to help you build new habits, new actions, new behaviors. That is where you start to move up the ladder from the rajas, which is unfocused, restless, anxious state, to the state of sattva, which is truth, relaxation, peace, harmony, love, expansion. So of course, this is a very vast topic and a lot can be said on it, but my hope here is to just understand that our behavior out in the world comes through the window of the mind. Mind perceives everything. Mind creates thoughts. Or you can say that the thoughts which are created in the consciousness is perceived by mind. So when the mind has a tendency more towards the restlessness, then obviously you're not going to be able to enjoy your life or remain focused or grow or create more abundance. So whole journey of your existence here is to evolve and get to the next step. And if some of you experience depression or lethargy, then you have to first move up to the ladder of the rajas, which is like, okay, I'm getting better even if I'm having intermittent distractions, but I'm getting better. I'm getting more and more energy. So at one time in our life, let's say around a day, these gunas keep on changing and shifting. Sometimes our mind reflects more sattva when I'm like really focused and concentrated. Sometimes your mind reflects more of tamas, which is like, okay, you know what? I just want to sleep. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to listen a word now. So depending on your lifestyle, depending on how you balance your energies, your gunas also keep on shifting. But at one time, one predominates the two others. So you want to make sure that you remain in sattva a lot more than rajas and tamas. So basically, this is how we understand the tendencies of the mind. This is how we understand, okay, where is my mind going now? And I can at least give descriptions and some names to it so I can manage them properly. I can manage these gunas by following certain practices. So the practices that I told you is like becoming self-aware, becoming mindful, becoming, using mantra meditation, using body scan meditations. These are so helpful to, step up from the natural tendencies of the mind, step up from the subconscious code of conditioning that happened in the past, and build new behaviors by creating newer thoughts and newer emotions, which are going to then wire your body differently as well. So a lot more that I'm going to discuss in the coming video and expand it further. But I hope this was insightful, and let me know in the comment section below, where do you think, I know it takes a courage to share your vision and your story and your current situation, but it's always good to show up and say what is going on, because when we open up, when we become vulnerable, that gives us the ability to heal ourselves as well. So where do you think that you need to step up, and what are the practices you think that you're going to adopt every day in your life, at least for 15-20 minutes, so that you can see some discrete changes? Hope this video inspired you. If it did, please share it, like it, and comment on it so that many other people can also watch it and also take the benefit of this wisdom. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you very soon.